And we're recording over here, too.
Okay, I think we're recording everywhere we need to be recording at the moment.
That means it's time for episode 18.
It does.
Of This and That podcast.
Welcome.
One and all, young and old, frail and able-bodied.
Frail and able-bodied, mentally tough, mentally weak. The small. No, I'm not gonna finish that. I was gonna say something.
Welcome, folks.
Yeah, welcome. All
right, big things are happening.
Yeah,
big things are happening in the news.
Big things are happening in the news. Big things are happening in our life. Last week we mentioned that we're gonna buy a house.
Yes. It's official. We're going to be homeowners, hopefully.
Things have progressed. They've escalated quickly.
Things have escalated quite quickly. Yes.
It's quite amazing what you can do in this country when you sit down and actually do it. It's to the point now where we have been approved for a mortgage. I'm not going to say the amount.
No.
But it's more than I thought we were going to get.
Mortgage.
It's a mortgage, all right. No, it's more than I thought we were going to get approved for.
Mm-hmm.
And we are working with a real estate agent, and we're being sent listings. This is all like real.
It is, and we're also getting our emails are getting spammed from other people that like blood in the water, going somebody's looking to make a purchase.
Somebody, yeah. That's all I've been getting recently is emails and from random home improvement companies that those have started. Sorry, this is the first week that I've had my phone at the desk with me.
That's right. Yeah, we finally got our new camera here.
And I'm just
in the studio.
I'm just trying to figure out where. There we go.
Ooh,
I'm just trying to figure out where it best lives to serve our purposes.
Maddie Light on the bright. Maddie Bright on the light.
Maddie Bright on the light.
Very apropos that your name is Bright and you're controlling the lights.
It is, right?
The irony has never been lost on me.
It's one of those long-running jokes that I've been hearing my entire life. Light, bright, brights, whatever. I don't know. So yeah, we're buying a house, and we're going to have a brand new studio. That's
one of the art.
Well, state of the art.
State of the art as much as we can afford.
Yeah, state of the art to a point. State of the art to a point. We are buying a house, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, we're gonna be house poor for a little while. We'll have the house. It'll be the house and literally just the studio. We're not gonna have beds.
We should buy a house and then immediately take out a home loan to renovate the entire house and build a state-of-the-art studio. No, but we will have a brand new studio space, like a whole entire room of this house. Is one of the things that we're looking for in a new house is a room, like a spare room that isn't a bedroom, that we could turn into a nice studio space, give us all the space we need,
the space we want
to grow and to learn, to add on.
We have so much we want to do and incorporate with music and stuff like that it's just really tough to incorporate in the space that we have right now. So
yeah, it's real cramped up in this little room.
So
it gets nice and warm too. So it'd also be nice to have a place with forced AC throughout the entire house, so we don't even have to worry about it. But
it'd be nice to find a house that wasn't built in like the 1800s. But then again, this is Pittsburgh.
I was going to say, honestly, around here, especially in the areas that we've honed in on our search, a lot of old homes.
Yeah,
a lot of very old homes.
It is what it is, though.
But you know what? A lot of the old homes around here are made with brick. They got good, solid, good boned homes. Good boned homes. That's the first time anyone's ever said that before. It's.
Anyways, dog, I gotta go.
Man, don't leave yet. The show's just getting started.
He's gone. He lost you.
He's
he
out
lost
of
you
here.
on big boned homes.
Man,
it freaked him out.
Maybe he'll come back. He seems like he's always in and out, bouncing around.
Tinderfart's guy will show up later. He will.
He'll be around. We found a couple houses that have these great big, like, it seems like third floor rooms.
Yeah.
That are like
bonus rooms.
Very just all wide open that would be perfect to build a studio facility in. But it's exciting. I have a new job potentially.
Yes, you do. Very exciting.
One that is, if my current job is perfect for me, this one is
somehow even more perfect.
Yeah. And
the only job that could be better is somebody would just pay you money to just like insult people as they walk by you on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I'm working on that. It is a job that not only I think I would love because of what the job itself is, but it comes with a good pay and it comes with benefits and a pretty set schedule, it seems like.
Things are looking up for Matthew.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Matthew.
Everything's turning up, Matthew.
Everything's coming up, Matthew.
Everything's coming up,
Matthew
Matthew.
House.
Yeah.
Matthew
I'm
House,
glad
literally.
you got the reference.
Absolutely.
Even though I altered it some. Okay, enough blabbing, enough babbling. We're
All right.
here. We got exciting things brewing behind the scenes, but that's not what the show's really about.
Everybody and their mother knows what everybody's talking about right now.
Everybody right now.
And that is Britney.
Britney, baby. Britney Spears.
She's back.
She's back. She's speaking out. She's talking about, I think, openly and honestly for the first time about this nightmare of a... Yes. Yes. Come on in. Welcome to the show. She is... recently, she went to court, and she finally got to speak openly and honestly about her experience in this conservatorship, and she released some details that are absolutely...
Which I'm going to be honest, like I didn't even really know what a conservatorship was until this came up a few months ago for the first time whenever it started making big headlines. And now it's really starting to... We're learning more of the details about it.
I've known about the Britney Spears conservatorship for a long time, even before we covered it on the show, but until we covered it on the show, I had never really quite looked into what that meant for Britney and for
the actual implications of what it means for
man,
her actual daily life, which is scary.
If it seemed bad 2 months ago when we talked about it on the show for the first time,
it's worse.
It's gotten even worse. So I got a lot of it is absolutely awful. Violent Joe, you might want to leave the room for this. I don't even know if you can handle some of the details of this. I got a lot of things lined up here. We're gonna dive in, and then you
got them pulled up for us.
Yeah, and I also got eventually we're gonna listen to Britney herself talking to the court.
Oh, okay, nice.
It is an actual recording, so none of this will be hearsay, or we will listen to Britney's words from her own mouth. But first, let's just go through some of the coverage of what's going on so we can familiarize everybody, ourselves included, with some of the most salacious details, because I pulled up the most recent. Some of these are only, when I pulled them up, were only a few minutes old. So.
Oh, damn. All right, hit me.
Yeah, right. One more time, baby. CNN Entertainment is reporting Britney Spears apologizes to her fans for, quote, pretending to be okay in her conservatorship. The pop superstar Britney Spears has apologized to her fans for not being honest about the reality of her controversial conservatorship, saying she was embarrassed to share what happened to me. In her first public statement since her courtroom testimony, the singer told her 30.6 million Instagram followers on Thursday.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. I wonder if it's grown over the last few months, too, since the Free Britney movement's really been coming back into full effect.
I can only imagine. That's just how the internet works. A whole new generation of people are figuring out who she is and listening to her now.
I have Britney's Instagram earmarked here. We can take a look into that in a little bit as well.
All right.
In her first public statement, she talked about her 30.6 million Instagram followers on Thursday, that her social media persona had given the wrong impression and that she regretted pretending like she'd been okay the past 2 years.
And that's how I became a juggalette.
On Wednesday, Spears called on a judge to end the conservatorship that has given her father, Jamie Spears, control of her finances, medical care, and career for 13 years.
That's the thing. I didn't realize they were in charge of her medical care as well.
That was also a new detail to me. I didn't realize that she was under their care for, like, that they had that much control.
They literally controlled every aspect of her life.
It might not go into those details in this particular article, but I know one of the other ones that I pulled up has the details of what actual medical care, what that actually branches out into in some of the areas, and it's fucking disgusting. Addressing the Los Angeles court by phone, she described the conservatorship as abusive, seemingly lending weight to the theories of the Free Britney movement.
Free Britney.
Free Britney. Hashtag Free Britney. In a 25-minute speech, she said that she felt she had been forced to perform, was given no privacy, and was made to use birth control, take medication, and attend therapy sessions against her will.
I know my constitutional rights.
This must be a post from her... this is a post from her Instagram profile. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales.
That's by Albert Einstein.
I think that's one of those like misappropriated quotes. Did he really say that? Did Albert Einstein really say that, Brittany?
Attributed woman in white woman's Instagram.
Okay, we can't get copyrighted.
Okay, we get copyrighted. Sorry, Bo. We love you, but don't copyright us.
Okay, so this is the caption under this Instagram post that says, "I just want to tell you guys a little secret. I believe as people we all want the fairy tale life. And by the way, I've posted my this microphone is like making my vision weird, so
I can read it easier from that here. I'll read this here. Okay. So, by the way, I've posted, my life seems to look and be pretty amazing. I think that's what we all strive for. That was one of my mother's best traits. No matter how shitty a day was when I was younger, for the sake of me and my siblings, she always pretended like everything was okay. I'm bringing this to people's attention because I don't want people to think my life is perfect, because it's definitely not at all. And if you've read anything about me in the news this week, you obviously really know it's not. I apologize for pretending like I've been okay the past 2 years. I did it because of my pride, and I was embarrassed to share what happened with me. But honestly, who doesn't want to capture their Instagram in a fun light? Believe it or not, pretending that I'm okay has actually helped. So I decided to post this quote today because, by golly, I like that. By golly, if you're going to go through hell, I feel like Instagram has helped me have a cool outlet to share my presence, existence.
She definitely has. She types the way she speaks.
Yeah,
I think like I can hear. She's always had that like little bit of a southern draw to her. I think she's from Louisiana. I can hear her voice saying all of this, and by golly, like I know she probably actually speaks that way. She's not just typing it to be like cute.
Well, I think that's really great, and I think that brings a lot of attention, not only just to these issues in conservatorships, but just mental health in general. And I think the biggest things in today's culture, with how addicted people are to their phones, to social media, to Instagram, that is such a toxic world that a lot of people live in, especially toxic young girls who are the subject of a lot of body shaming and body imaging issues that come from magazine covers and everything you see on the front.
Far more than guys are, for sure.
That's definitely. I think so too. Yeah, it's not to say that it doesn't happen.
I was gonna say I don't want to discount or discredit anything. It definitely happens. Mm-hmm. There are definitely things geared towards males that make us feel, inferior and bad, and give us body images. But I don't think it's.
I can talk all day about toxic masculinity and how much it sucks, but. Nothing compared to what I think young women with their image have to deal with. Yeah, especially in America. I feel like, I don't know. So I'm really glad that she's talking about saying, hey,
sex sells, but you can't show it on network television.
Right.
Welcome to America.
Once again, I didn't mean to do Baba Booey, but it keeps creeping in though.
I'm glad that you did though.
Baba Booey.
All right.
So just as a little refresher, Spears has been the subject of a court-ordered conservatorship since 2008, following a series of personal issues that played out publicly.
And that's how I became a
Posting on
juggler.
Instagram, the Baby One More Time hitmaker opened up about her regret that, quote, pride prevented her from revealing she was going through hell. Pride, eh? Hit me, baby, one more time. I feel bad that she's been going through this for so long. 2008, man. 13 years she's been, or is that 13 years? Did I just do terrible math live on air? Is that 15 years? No, it's 13 years, right? Yeah.
I didn't hear the numbers you were crunching.
Where was your attention, goddammit?
I was trying to find the right sound drop. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I zoned out a little too.
Very soon we're going to have a new producer with us and help make all this a lot easier.
Hopefully, yeah. So yeah, Britney Spears' lack of autonomy is chilling. This little piece of journalistic writing is just one of many that is going about right now about some of the details of her actual conservatorship. On Wednesday, Britney Spears told the judge she's traumatized and angry because she can't make any key decisions about her life and asked for a court-established conservatorship to be abolished. She just found out that she's been allowed to petition the court to abolish this the entire time.
She literally just found out this.
Her father, everybody in her life has been telling her that there's nothing she can do, that she had no legal recourse.
Wow.
When this entire time she's been allowed to to do this? Why hasn't there been a chorus of lawyers standing at her door waiting to tell her that she has legal recourse against this?
That's honestly fascinating to me that it wasn't made known to her until then.
It seems unbelievable almost that she didn't know that she couldn't.
I know my constitutional rights. I can be a juggalo if I want to. This is fucking America.
What's that?
That is my statement.
Well, no, it's 100% because of kickbacks, for sure. Her father's making millions of dollars a year off of her estate and everything that she's still earning for him.
And that's what
he's
this
still
is all,
forcing her to
That's
tour
what this is all
and
boiling down to, is that like they saw her as just like a piggy bank.
Yeah.
And they said, like, you're going to be a singing, dancing monkey and perform for us, and you have no control over your life, and we're going to make millions of dollars off of you.
And that's how I became a juggalo.
That's gross.
That's, yeah. Under the conservatorship, her father, Jamie Spears, has exerted control over her personal life since 2013, other than during a 2019 break due to his health problems. So I wonder who was under control of it then. Probably some lawyer or
Jeff
something,
Bezos.
Right? Yeah, right. He also controlled her finances until February, when a wealth management company was named a conservator of such decisions.
I know my constitutional rights.
That was the first time we covered it, I think, is right around the time in February whenever this stuff started coming back up. Tuesday, the New York Times published details from confidential court records showing that Britney Spears has long opposed this arrangement. She has said that under it, she has been sent to a mental health facility against her will, been forced to perform with 104-degree fever, been limited in who she has been allowed to date, and even been prevented from changing the color of her kitchen cabernets.
What? I know my constitutional rights.
That's a random weird thing to throw in there.
That's
the cabinets
so
must match the railings. Where's all the sound drops today? This episode seems so quiet, and it's like I think
I'm sorry.
I think it's because you're not doing anything with the sound drops.
I'm sorry.
Scam.
That's like there's so many. There's been snakes and there's scams and it just
Lots
been
of
dead
scams.
air over there. You're sleeping today. What's up?
I'm sorry, buddy. No, I'm honestly, I'm really fascinated by this conservatorship thing. I've just been reading and listening to what you've had to say.
Okay, just making sure everything's okay.
No, everything's okay.
Just making sure everything's okay. Usually our studio has a lot more people in it, so
It does.
I thought we were.
No, it's all good. No, I thought the cabinet one though got me though. No, we finally figured it out. The person who the conservatorship went to during that time was Scott Yancey.
Yeah, right. He's okay. That joke's passed. In the hearing, she also said she was put on the drug lithium and forced to stay on birth control, as well as tour and perform against her will.
I know people who have gone who have taken lithium. That
Yeah.
if you don't really need that really zonks you out.
Well, that's what she. I read another post that was describing that she was put on. Like, you're only supposed to be on lithium for a few months at a time, I think, and then you're supposed to be off of it. They were putting her on high doses of it for very extended periods of time, where like that can do long-standing
damage.
And like there have definitely been Instagram videos where her face, you can tell she looks like she's drugged up on something, and it's probably fucking lithium. They're probably just pumping her full of lithium and having her perform like one of those little like fucking.
That's what they give to people with like bipolar disorder.
Yeah,
like,
lithium's a serious.
Actually, bipolar disorder.
Serious medication to be on. A lawyer for her.
I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
She knows about lithium.
She definitely knows
about lithium.
Can't you see that, you son of a bitch?
I think she stopped taking her lithium.
I think that's what that video boiled down to.
Yeah,
I believe.
I think so. A lawyer for her father told People earlier this year that Britney knows that her daddy loves her. It's so weird whenever grown women
refer to their father as daddy.
As daddy.
And that's how I became a juggalo.
It makes me feel a weird sort of way.
I mean, maybe that's just our gross minds and the culture we live in. But I mean, when I hear a woman say daddy, my first thought isn't like, oh, that's cute. She has a really close relationship with her maternal father or her paternal father. Anyway, that's. I'm gonna go. No, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. That's so inappropriate. That her daddy loves her and that he will be there for her whenever and if she needs him, just as he always has been, conservatorship or not. There are so many disturbing elements here that it's difficult to decide where to start unpacking. I agree with that, honestly. It's Man, she clearly has long-standing like PTSD from this. I can't see how she doesn't. Could you imagine living completely under the control of someone else?
It's literally that's like my nightmare, because I like being able to make decisions for myself.
It's a huge part of the reason why I don't make dating a huge priority. I love being able to make every decision for myself 100% of the time
without consulting anybody else.
Without consulting anybody else, unless it's absolutely necessary. Like, I'm not just walking through life just thinking I know best. I consult people, but like when I feel the need, having somebody make every decision of my life, including medical decisions and man, that sounds like the absolute worst existence that you could have.
It's crazy, because some people are going to come on the other side and be like, oh my God, well, she had all of her needs taken care of.
The worst existence you could have that aside from like physical torture,
right? Or like being in physical pain, living in the gutter or something like that. And there are some other people who'd be like, "Oh, she didn't have it that bad. She's rich. She had all the creature comforts, 100%. Things like
there's
that."
Going to be. She is still a millionaire, and she's definitely been a prisoner in a mansion, and I get all that too. But
at the same time,
nobody, regardless of your financial situation or your lot in life, should be under the 100% control of somebody else.
Just like not being able to
in any way, shape, or form, physical, mental, emotional, any of those things.
Like when we're done with this today, if we wanted to, we could go walk outside and like walk down the street. And that sounds like something like she literally would not have been able to do that. She had to be like under supervision.
It sounds like they were afraid that she would just make a break for it.
And that's how I became a
Literally just
juggalette.
run for her life and
just
start pounding on neighbors' doors, asking for them to call the cops.
Run away down to
but then
Mexico.
She knows that the cops show up, they're just going to take her right back to her fucking dad.
Seriously, they can make a break for Mexico and find Morgan Freeman. And
I'm surprised that she didn't like do something drastic. I'm surprised that there hasn't been something like way worse news stories about Britney.
Well, thank God.
Thank God, yeah. I mean, but it just sounds like that would be the perfect scenario for people to lose their goddamn mind.
Yeah. It seems like she's just really she's like seizing control of like her health and her well-being, and like just kind of taking back control of everything.
Maybe, I don't know.
I say good for her.
Team Britney.
Hashtag free Britney.
Free Britney. The singer said she had not known she needed to petition the court to be released from her conservatorship, placing a focus on the court-appointed counsel who has represented her for 13 years.
They just conveniently left all that out.
Yeah. Oh, they just happened to forget that you're allowed to petition to get out of this.
You punk ass.
Before Britney Spears broke her public silence on Wednesday regarding the long-running legal arrangement that has controlled her life, calling it abusive, in an urgent and emotional speech, the man appointed to represent her in court for the last 13 years said he had no role in what she was about to say.
I know my constitutional
Well, of course he had
rights.
no role in what she was about to say, because she was about to expose his lack of, he didn't obviously give her the best representation that he could.
No, purposefully leaving out information.
Yeah, man, that's he wasn't done milking the cow. You son of a bitch. These are entirely her words, said Samuel D. Ingram III, a lawyer for the singer, said since 2008. So yeah, he's been her lawyer since the conservatorship started.
Never once mentioned that she could get out of it.
Yeah. At that time, Miss Spears had been hospitalized. Snakes.
All of them.
The snakiest. At the time, Miss Spears had been hospitalized for an involuntary psychiatric evaluation and concerns about her mental health and substance abuse, and her father, James P. Spears, was petitioning in California for a conservatorship over her person and finances that continues. So when Ms. Spears said this week that under the arrangement, she had been forced to perform, take debilitating medication, and remain on birth control, among other claims, she drew attention to the question of whether Mr. Ingram had done enough to educate and support his client, as the law requires.
It appears he did not.
Yeah. Ms. Spears said, I didn't know I could petition the conservatorship to be ended. She told the judge during the live feed of the hearing, I'm sorry for my ignorance, but I honestly didn't know that. She added, my attorney says that I can't, it's not good, I can't let the public know anything they did to me. He told me that I should keep it to myself, really.
Really?
Man, what a piece of slimy shit.
I'm insane! You son of a bitch!
That's her lawyer.
Yeah.
That's her lawyer telling her not to make it public with what's.
He wants to keep getting all those juicy fees. Juicy fees.
I hate money so bad.
Some juicy news.
Hopefully, we get some juicy news. I don't think there's any juicy news coming out of this right now. As of right now, the judge did not do anything after Britney petitioned her. She left the courtroom in the same conservatorship that she entered it in. So
it's just leaving it hanging right now.
Once again, there's a massive wildfire of Free Britney going through the public discourse. So maybe something will happen. But like I said, the ultimate.
If something doesn't happen, I feel like there'll be like rioting in the streets again.
Yeah, the ultimate climax to this story is that she. As of right now, everything is still in place as it stood. Wouldn't it be? Isn't it crazy though that the Leave Britney Alone guy is completely vindicated?
Yeah, right.
Everything that guy did and all of the jokes and harassment he took. Alone. He is now. He looks like fucking Nostradamus.
Right
he looks like fucking
Nostradamus.
He saw this shit coming fucking 15 years ago, and. I hope that kid is gonna earn a place in Britney's like future legal PR team or something like that.
I hope that they upload a new video like saying like I was right all along or something like that.
That dude's still very active on YouTube. I don't know if he's active with Britney stuff, but I think Tosh.0 had him on randomly one time. His name's Chris something. I forget his last name, but
that's something Tosh would do.
He's popped up in random things over the years. So he's still active out there. I just don't know if he's. Although I don't know why he would all of a sudden jump ship if he was that hard into Britney before. I don't know what would cause him to jump the Britney ship if he went that hard.
It's just a phase, Mom.
Yeah, maybe it was just a phase for him. It's certainly troubling that this has gone on for so long. If she has wanted it to end, said Rebecca Diller, a professor at the Cardozo School of Law.
Where's that?
I don't know, but she's an expert on guardianships. What a thing to expert in. Be an expert in.
I know
it's hard to know exactly what's going on behind closed doors, but in general, one would hope that she has been told that throughout the years, because it's a critical right that she was entitled to. Mm-hmm. Man, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits coming forward, I think. When Britney gets out of this, there's going to be a lot of people.
This is going to set a precedent for a lot of guardianships.
I think her lawyer's going to get sued. I think her dad's going to get sued. I think all of these people... Can you sue federal judges? Are federal judges allowed to be sued? I don't know, but I think do they get some type of bullshit qualified immunity because of their position of power? Who judges the judges? Can't the Supreme Court censure a judge or something? I don't know how any of that works.
Can some of our off-screen help look that up maybe perhaps? Okay.
Yeah, look that up and then just shout it out to us so maybe your voice will pick up.
All right.
Yeah, we have the new producer is in the studio. We just don't have the technical capabilities to show him or give him a voice at this point. So if we're looking off camera, that's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
But hopefully, just yell it out and hopefully your voice will pick up.
Yeah, if you can sue a federal judge.
And this will just be one of the growing pains that soon we'll be able to get you a microphone that works. After Mrs. Spears' remarks, Mr. Ingram said he would step aside if asked, but the current judge in the case, Brenda Penny, did not lay out in detail what the next step would be to address Ms. Spears' concerns about the conservatorship or her legal representation. Sarah J. Wendt.
Nice try, blockheads.
Yeah, they're going to try, Scott. They're going to try. It's worthwhile. Sarah J. Wendt, a trusts and estate lawyer for Fox Rothschild, said given what Miss Spears presented in court, she can't even fathom why Mr. Ingram had not been prompted to file to terminate the conservatorship. If he knew what she was saying, he should have been prepared, she said. If he did what a lawyer is supposed to do, he would have met and found out she wants to terminate. Yeah, so basically this I don't think I need to read any more of this. It just, how far into this are we?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
You always ask right around 30 minutes.
Right around 30 minutes, okay. Yeah, so
Listen, Matt.
let's let's get into hearing Britney herself. Why don't we set the mood here? Give us the weird music.
I love the weird music. It's one of my favorite.
Let's make sure it's at a good level though, so it's not.
Back to court in a long time because I don't think I was heard on any level when I came to court the last time. I brought 4 sheets of paper in my hands and wrote in length what I had been through the last 4 months before I came there. The people who did that to me should not be able to walk away.
Okay, maybe kill the music.
Okay.
I'm distracted by it, so.
I liked where your head was at, though.
I was trying to set a mood, but better luck next time. Nice try, blockhead. Okay, let's start this over.
Nice try, blockhead.
Hey,
I had to do it after you said it.
Let's hear what Britney has to say now.
All right.
I will be honest with you, I haven't been back to court in a long time because I don't think I was heard on any level when I came to court the last time. I brought 4 sheets of paper in my hands and wrote in length what I had been through the last 4 months before I came there. The people who did that to me should not be able to walk away so easily. I'll recap. I was on tour in 2018. I was forced to do. My management said if I don't do this tour, I will have to find an attorney.
Miss Spears, I hate to interrupt you, but my court reporter is taking down what you're saying.
Okay.
And so you have to speak a little more slowly.
Oh, of course, yes. Okay.
For a second there, I was like, why would you interrupt her right there?
No, she's like, just slow down.
Just slow down. Do we have...
So let's see here.
Immune from lawsuit from actions took in official capacity.
Okay.
Yeah, that sucks. I suspected some bullshit fuckery like that, though.
Once you involve the federal government, all bets are off.
I'm just going to go become a federal judge.
Yeah, get right on that.
I'm going to go become a federal judge. Dude,
Vote for Bright.
Come back in 15 years.
Can anybody become a federal judge?
I think all it takes is you go through law school and you have to serve.
Oh, that's all. Just go through law school.
You have to go through law school and then you have to serve on different seats and things, but it's an elected position.
Right.
So then you run for federal judge.
Somebody else was saying that they found it odd that, like, at least here in Pittsburgh, we were driving around and it was just like, elect so-and-so for judge, that you could just, anybody can just be elected to be a judge.
I assume not anybody can be elected judge. You have to be charismatic. You have to be, you have to check all the boxes.
Of course, but
yes, I think theoretically,
just anybody.
You could you yourself could work your way up to running for federal court.
Judge Matthew.
You could. If you wanted to, and then you could. I wonder how they get assigned. Like, I wonder how the judge was assigned the Britney Spears case. Like, how they pick the judge in charge of this.
The one who got the most money.
Well, I know. I'm legitimately wonder how this Judge Penny was put in charge of the Britney Spears case. What qualified her, or if it was just she was, handed a random case file.
She was up that day.
Happened to be Britney Spears.
Or somebody said, like, this is an interesting case. We need this type of person, this type of judge.
Yeah, I don't know.
Judges are weird.
I don't watch enough legal shows, like law shows, like even to see how a dramatized version of that works. So I really have no idea.
All right. Well, let's continue listening to what she has to say.
That's great. Okay. The people who did this to me should not get away and be able to walk away so easily. Recap. I was on tour in 2018. I was forced to do. My management said if I don't do this tour, I will have to find an attorney, and by contract, my own management could sue me if I didn't follow through with the tour.
Damn.
Well, that's a threat. That's one way to get somebody to do something they want you to do.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't have been a small number. That wouldn't have been in small claims court, you know? That would have been a massive lawsuit for millions of dollars, probably.
And with how controlling and domineering this thing over here, it wouldn't have just been... I feel like there would have been really shady stuff. Like, these deals, these aren't regular deals being down. This is like... the guy's bringing in Luca Brasi to make him an offer he can't refuse kind of a deal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's definitely... it smells fishy to me.
I only got that name because I watched The Godfather last week.
I've never seen the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen both of the other ones. I've never seen the whole
but
first
you picked up on the make him an offer he can't refuse.
If I hadn't, I don't deserve to call myself an aspiring screenwriter.
That's true.
Paper as I got off the stage in Vegas and said I had to sign it. It was very threatening and scary, and with the conservatorship, I couldn't even get my own attorney, so out of fear, I went ahead and I did the tour. When I came off that tour, a new show in Las Vegas was supposed to take place. I started rehearsing early, but it was hard because I'd been doing Vegas for 4 years and I needed a break in between. But no, I was told this is the timeline and this is how it's going to go. I rehearsed 4 to 4 days a week.
4 to 4 days a week?
All right, yeah.
I assume she meant to say like 4 to 5 days a week.
Probably. She worked 44 days a week.
44 days a week. Britney, are you
44 days a week. That's on the B side of the White Album.
That is a very deep cut. Hey Britney, did you mean 4 to 5? Oh, you meant 44.
40. There's not that many days in the.
Do you know what a week is, Britney? Yeah, 7 days is in a week. So why? Yeah, 44. Why are you saying 44? I'm gonna assume that 44 that like somehow one day equates to like 11 days to you, right? Is that okay? So it's like a dog years thing. Okay. Thank you for getting me out of that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna.
Well, it's race because Randy is right next to the Britney one, so.
I was just gonna keep going with the dog ears thing.
Dog, I gotta go.
Oh, hey,
All right.
I didn't even know you came back.
He's already gone.
He's already gone. Okay.
All right,
okay.
let's go back.
Half of the time in the studio and half of the other time in a Westlake studio. I was basically directing most of the show with my whereabouts, where I preferred to rehearse and actually did most of the choreography, meaning
So my producer just showed what no constitutional requirements?
No constitutional requirements.
To become a judge?
To become a federal judge. However, members of Congress have their own reviews for nominees.
So members of Congress have their own review
They have their own informal criteria.
Informal criteria.
Okay.
Informal
Okay,
criteria.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Who's
like you know the guy.
Yeah.
Or they're white.
I assume it has something a lot more to do with who's paying them more money, or who's going to eventually be able to make them more money by ruling in favor of their bullshit laws and lawsuits. And I hate.
Oh man.
Oh, Maniac, sweet Maniac. I don't know if you could handle the dark side of America.
Oh man.
Maniac, do you know about how dark money works in America?
Check it out.
I'm asking you, do you know how dark money works in America?
In the ancient times, they used smoke to send you messages.
Well, yeah, in ancient times, but in modern times, there are a lot of dark money. It gets funneled from big corporations and private people. No, it's not that. It's not that cool. Actually, it really hurts the small guy in the long run. You know.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not good. The small guy gets flushed out with, frivolous taxes and policies that just make it really difficult to get by. Why are you laughing at that? I mean, minimum wages stagnated. The millennial generation and younger, they're gonna have a hell of a time just trying to. Okay, you know what, Maniac? We're gonna have to have this conversation off camera. We're getting a little off topic here. What do you think about Britney Spears? Have you been following the Free Britney movement?
Check it out. Down with the clowns, how they're dead in the ground.
Okay, yeah, I assume that means that you are down with Britney, because I mean that's just showing good clown love right there.
All right.
Okay.
Good stuff.
my dancers, my new choreography myself. I take everything I do very seriously. There's tons of video with me at rehearsals. I wasn't good. I was great. I led a room of 16 new dancers in rehearsals. It's funny to hear my manager's side of the story. They all said I wasn't participating in rehearsals, and I never agreed to take my medication, which my medication is only taken in the mornings, never at rehearsal. They don't even see me. So why are they even claiming that? When I said no to one dance move into rehearsals, it was as if I planted a huge bomb somewhere, and I said no. I don't want to do it this way.
Wow, so she didn't even have the tiniest bit of creative control over her own dance routines.
So she can't even be an artist.
It was controlled down to the dance step.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely bonkers, man.
And honestly, hearing things like this and like these horror stories about like being controlled and stuff is what made me want to shy away from like trying to get into like the music industry like earlier in my life. Like when I was in my 20s and everything, you know, and I discovered that I had a big voice and I could sing and everything, a lot of people said like, you should go out, do American Idol, do all this stuff and everything. And I did for a while. I'm kind of glad that it didn't work out, because you realize that when you get to that level of like, especially like in pop music and the pop star world, you just become a commodity. You just literally get sold, and they tell you what to sing, what to do, what to wear, how to act, how to dance.
I never went out for like American Idol, but I made a trip to New York with some local comics back in during the first season of Last Comic Standing on NBC.
Oh, I loved that when that was on TV.
Me too. And we went up to audition for it, and we got there, and the line was already like Gotham Comedy Club, where the auditions were, sits like right in the middle of Manhattan, so it's like right on the middle of a busy sidewalk street. So
the
like
middle of everything.
The line was already wrapped down around the block in blocks. It was long.
Blocks, plural.
And they, at one point, the producer, I assume a producer or a PA or something, came out and literally just said like, hey, anybody that's beyond the line at this point, you're not going to get seen, so you might as well not even wait around. And it was like, well, fuck, okay. We drove all the way to New York to audition for this, and we don't even get to audition.
Yeah.
So like that was definitely one of the first moments for me also where I was like, all that shit on TV is really super produced highly. I was still kind of green to the inner workings of television and movie production.
You're a little young and naive.
I was, but
hey man, when I went to audition, I remember the moment the bubble burst for me was whenever I went in to finally get to the room when I got to audition for American Idol.
What, you realized that you weren't like a petite, well, hold on, you weren't like a petite 15-year-old girl that was raised by a single mother who worked as an auto mechanic for Boeing 757 back in its heyday, and had to struggle on the street corner with a lemonade stand, but you couldn't afford real lemons, so you had to use I don't know,
just a squeezy lemon from Soup Shop and
those
Save.
shows always have those bullshit sob story videos.
Those are the people
where
they
it's
bring
like
on.
These people have lived the hardest life you can ever imagine. They had to build their own shoes out of Legos. Like Jesus Christ, people! Like, why the fuck am I watching this?
But I had that moment where I go up and I realize it's like, oh my god, I'm in a cattle call right now. I was standing in line.
Especially for American Idol, there are a far more amount of people that believe they can sing than do stand-up comedy. American Idol really fills arenas filled with people for auditions. So
that's what it was. It was a giant arena, and I was standing next to like 5 other people. We walk up to a desk that has like 3, bored-looking like producers sitting on their phones, and it was just like you get like 10 seconds each. They'll just point at you, and somebody go like,
if I recall correctly,
somebody,
the Last Comic Standing audition was less than a minute. So you maybe get 1-2 good jokes out if you're the type of comic that has quick little jokes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
good luck if you're a storyteller.
As a vocalist, you can hit a crazy note with some vibrato and control and be like, oh, that guy's got a voice. You need to build and establish momentum and like a backstory to tell like a really good joke or something like that. It's hard to tell like a really good original one-liner.
So when you got in the room, what did you get to like sing for them?
I sang for these 3 nameless producers. Also, we were inside this like arena. There were 8 other tables with producers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So there were like 40 to 50 people standing in line. How else do you think they're going to
get through an arena full of people?
What's that?
How else do you think they're going to get through an arena full of auditions?
I'm just saying, but when you go in, that was the audition. Yeah. And when you go on, the TV show gives you the impression that you walk in and all of a sudden you're going to see Simon and Paula.
Every single person you see audition on those audition specials of American Idol have been pre-vetted, pre-auditioned.
There's 5, and I learned there were 5 auditions that you have to go through to get to that first audition.
100%.
Because they need so many people are good, and so many people that are horrible.
And they want to make sure that your personality is, like the horrible people, they want to make sure that their personality is consistent through every single round. And whenever they get in front of a television camera and the real judges, they're not going to tense up and all of a sudden all that good, good bad stuff that everyone loves watching on American Idol auditions.
And then of course they just want the fodder. They just want the crazy people who come in wearing spandex.
That's what I mean. They want to make sure that those people are actually that crazy, and they're not just showing up for one audition like that thinking they're going to get on the show.
Yeah, you see, it's like,
they want to see that this person...
I'm going to sing Whitney Houston. Everyone goes, oh, God, no, here we go.
I always loved the auditions where somebody would come in and say, I'm going to sing such and such songs, and the judges would react like that, and then the person would absolutely fucking kill it.
Well, yeah, that's unexpected, and it was that's why the show was such a smash hit, because people loved seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, is that even on anymore? Is American Idol still on?
I don't know. We might have to ask.
I know Ryan Seacrest hosting it for a minute there?
Our producer's checking on it.
Or was he the original host?
Ryan Seacrest was the original host.
Okay, he was the original host.
I remember, I thought it was like I watched American Idol like the first season when it came out, like every episode. Like my parents and I, like we loved watching it.
I don't know what season it was.
This got to be like
the third
20
season.
Or something crazy now.
I watched like 1 or 2 seasons real hard, but it wasn't the first. At least the first 2.
It's still on the air.
Still on.
How many seasons?
I mean, it had to have come on in 99, 2000.
Yeah, I remember being like 19. Yeah. Oh, wow. I was gonna say it had to be close to 20. That's insane.
Absolutely insane. But it can't be as good. I don't hear anybody talking. Like, even used to hear about. I guess maybe it's because we were younger and we were in the circle, like the demographic, I guess.
Yeah.
But
we're old now.
I still don't even see like viral videos, like viral moments from auditions online or anything. So like,
I don't know.
It can't.
I feel like it's lost its luster.
Popular.
Yeah, I think it's like people are kind of like over it.
With the voice now that is like flashed up the American Idol concept.
It really did kind of step up.
I never watched The Voice, but I've seen the previews and things. I know the show.
I didn't watch it as much. Honestly, the most annoying thing about having a half-what decent voice is every time I open my mouth and I sing something, somebody says, "You should go on The Voice."
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, honestly, I can't allow myself to get upset about somebody paying me a compliment. That would be like that would make me such a shitty person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it gets old.
That's why I stopped telling people that I was a comedian.
Well, they asked you to tell you a joke.
I would say even before, like I don't really do stand-up anymore, but back whenever I was doing it 4 or 5 nights a week, sometimes multiple times a night, I absolutely hated telling people that I was a comedian because it is immediately, oh, tell me a joke.
Tell me a joke.
yeah, I fucking hate that bullshit. Okay, we got off the Britney topic here.
We did.
Sorry,
right,
Britney.
Let's get back to it.
And my dancers and my assistant of the new people that were supposed to do the new show all went into a room, shut the door, and didn't come out for at least 45 minutes. Ma'am, I'm not here to be anyone's slave. I can say no to...
Britney? Hey, Britney, are you here? You still here, Britney? You just said you're not here to be anyone's slave. Do you
remember that song?
Do you realize that you had a hit single called "I'm a Slave for You"? Oh, okay, yeah, we'll forget about it.
Okay, all right, good call. I kind of that my ears kind of perked up when I heard that
just,
too.
It was an easy. I would say it's an easy joke to make. I don't mean to make light of her situation. I'm not here to make fun of Britney.
But you literally just said that you're a stand-up comedian.
I was going to say, man,
you got to take your shots.
I also have a dark sense of humor, so
you got to take your shots.
That was just too easy. Thanks for the layup.
What else are we doing? For the layup.
I was told by my, at the time, therapist, Dr. Benson, who died, that my manager called him in that moment and told him I wasn't cooperating or following the guidelines in rehearsals. And he also said I wasn't taking my medication, which is so dumb because I've had the same lady every morning for the past 8 years give me my same medication.
She still kind of talks like she's a teenager sometimes, and it's so dumb. You're in front of a judge, Britney.
You think but you wonder what that does to your
I know
your
that's like
development.
I know that's
from that age to not go through. I mean, because she didn't go through the same education channels that at least you or I have, or other people.
You've heard people over the years say that Michael Jackson stopped aging whenever he became famous.
Yeah,
like mentally he stopped like developing when he became famous, and that's why he acted like a kid and like being around children and all that bullshit. Wonder if there's
that was one option. Yeah,
that's one option. That is one option. I wonder if Britney has a similar not with the kids or anything, but like just like her when she became that famous at that age, maybe she stopped mentally growing at that age.
She's still just
had so many people.
She's still that teenage
she had so many people doing things for her and giving her things, and she probably just got used to just being that mental age for. She never really had to learn how to do adult things.
We might be onto something there.
I don't know.
Once again,
I was just saying,
neither one of us are psychologists.
No, this
once
is all
again,
speculation. I'm just speculating here. And
this is not financial advice.
Again, I'm 100% hashtag free Britney. I'm free Britney all the way. I know we're gonna get back to it, Brittany.
We're near these stupid people. It made no sense at all. There was a week period where they were nice to me and they said, I don't want to do, and I told them I don't want to do the they were nice to me. They said, if I don't want to do the New Vegas show, I don't have to, because I was getting really nervous. I said, I can wait. It was like, they told me I could wait. It was like lifting literally 200 pounds off of me when they said I don't have to do the show anymore, because I was really, really hard on myself and it was too much. I couldn't take it anymore. So I remember telling my assistant, but you know what, I feel weird if I say no. I feel like they're going to come back and be mean to me or punish me or something. 3 days.
Yeah, constantly living in fear of like retaliation or retribution. That must be like psychologically just like a fucked up place to live in.
I've been in a situation where you have to walk around eggshells around somebody, and it literally colors every other aspect of your life and your existence is overshadowed by like this anxiety.
Been able to avoid any long-term dealings with people like that, but I had like the girl that I moved to New York with had a different roommate in New York for a brief period of time that it sounded very much like a situation where she was constantly walking on eggshells, making sure she didn't do or say anything that upset her roommate. And it was just like, I can't even imagine how mentally draining that would be to always know that you're going home to the potential of some kind of like massive blow up or just like just like little things. Even maybe it's not even like a massive blow up or arguments. Maybe it's just like little things. Like you can fuck with people mentally in small ways over time.
Little tiny ways.
It's almost like the drip of water on your face. Like it just like it's not that bad whenever you're thinking about.
But after a while, it can drive you insane.
After a fucking
years.
To Vegas, my therapist sat me down in a room and said he had a million phone calls about how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and I haven't been taking my medication. All of this was a false. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds I'd been on for 5 years. And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. You can go mentally impaired if you take too much, if you stay on it longer than 5 months. But he put me on that, and I felt drunk.
Yeah, that's horrifying in and of itself.
You know what it is? Because that was like, she's acting up. Tone her down and drug her up.
That's how I became a
hey, she's getting a little mouthy. Why don't you up her lithium a little bit tonight?
They changed. She was on a medication for 5. Now and as somebody who, I took an SSRI for nearly 4 or 5 years. Okay, and that the effects of taking a medication like that, especially like, either antidepressant, anti-anxiety, or like an antipsychotic or something like that, that affects your brain chemistry severely. 100%. And to just stop doing what you've been doing and start something immediately like that.
Yeah,
like you said, she felt like she was drunk. Like, and they needed to.
I was also on. The first time I decided that I was going to try and get like some help, like a medication for depression and anxiety, I went to this doctor and he was giving me medication for bipolar disorder. And every time I would tell him that it was making me feel like way worse than I ever felt prior to taking it, he would be like, oh, that's just your body adjusting to it. We're just going to up the dosage a little bit. By the end of it, I was on like almost 1,000 milligrams of this one medication and then on like 100 milligrams of another one. I was on Celexa and Depakote at the same time, and he would just keep upping the dosages, and I'm like, dude, you're making my brain like
you're like scrambling your brain.
It was like a constant fog. I would have like slower, slurred speech. People would like actually point it out to me. He was like, you all right? You're kind of slurring. You're like talking a little bit. Like it was a problem for a minute. I eventually had to wean myself off of these medications and just cold turkey stopped going to this guy.
Yeah.
Because he just wouldn't listen to me. I'm like, dude, this isn't the medication for me. And he just wasn't hearing it. I don't know if he was getting kickbacks from the pharmacy company.
Isn't that terrifying?
For prescribing a medication is why he was going so hard on Depakote. I don't know. But it turned me off. Yeah, very snaky. It turned me off of getting help for a very long time.
That's such a shame.
It's been, only recently, and I've been back in therapy for a month and a half now, and
so the whole
once a
opioid.
week,
That's the whole opioid epidemic started. Just doctors just getting script happy.
I've
Just
been
like, let's
watching
prescribe this. We'll prescribe this.
A lot of really
now everybody's hooked on pain pills, and now we're just Eric Andre going, how did this happen?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of fucked up documentaries about the opioid epidemic and shit like that recently. That makes me stay up at night.
Take up for myself. I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom or dad really about anything. I told them I was scared, and my doctor had me on 6 different nurses with this new medication come to my home, stay with me, to monitor me on this new medication, which I never wanted to be on to begin with. There were 6 different nurses in my home.
She had 6 different nurses for one medication.
That's a lot of nurses.
It might sound like you're over medicating or
sick
or doing something you shouldn't be doing to her.
No, that's not. They knew what they were doing to her, and they knew they needed to have 6 nurses to make sure that this rapid, abrupt change to her brain chemistry didn't make her go insane and hurt herself or others.
Yeah, man.
I mean, obviously that's wild conjecture, but I mean that's kind of what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. I mean, we're hearing it from Britney herself.
Mm-hmm.
Get in my car to go anywhere for a month. Not only did my family not do a goddamn thing, my dad was all for it. Anything that happened to me had to be approved by my dad, and my dad only acted like he didn't know that I was told I had to be tested over the Christmas holidays before they sent me away when my kids went home to Louisiana. He was the one who approved all of it. My whole family did nothing. Over the 2-week holiday, a lady came into my home for 4 hours a day.
Man, if you can't rely on your family,
then who can you rely on?
Who you can rely on, yeah.
We can rely on... we can rely on the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, the Juggalo family. The Juggalo family. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Legalize everything.
That's how I became a juggalo.
Yes. Dude, that would be awesome if Britney Spears just made full, wrestling heel turn and just went full juggalo after this.
Went full juggalette.
Yeah, she just went full juggalette after she gets out of this conservatorship. Because I feel like now it's...
You guys.
And you guys.
Dude, if Britney Spears headlines the next gathering... Speaking of the gathering... let's finish getting through this. Maybe we can talk about the gathering a little bit.
Yeah, all right.
Down and did a psych test on me. It took forever. But I was told I had to then, after that I got off,
Yeah, where are we time-wise? 45?
We're almost at an hour.
Almost at an hour?
Yeah, 57.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like this video of Britney is 23 minutes long.
Oh, damn. Oh, we're just getting into it.
Yeah, we're only about 5 minutes through it.
I feel
like
it
goes on pretty much like this. We've got she really did a good job of laying out the main points right up front. Because I listened to the whole thing yesterday, and she does just get deeper into the weeds with specifics about basically the main points she just dropped.
I think us and our viewers pretty much have the idea of what she was put through and how messed up it was and how zero control she had over it.
And we're still following the story. We're not giving up on Britney.
No.
We're still
Free Britney.
We're still hashtag Team Free Britney, and I just can't believe that when I read recently, I bookmarked a random thing earlier in the week that was Britney's going back to court to petition her dad or something, and I was like, this will be something we could talk about. And then the next day,
the whole world was talking about it.
The audio came out of her, what she said. It was like, whoa, this is a much bigger story than I thought it was going to be, because we had a whole other show planned. We did.
We had a bunch of other stuff.
I got Berserker 2 and 3 that we can talk about. We'll probably do that in the next episode.
I think that deserves its own one. It's a completely different theme too.
And we got 2.
Not that we have really consistent themes here or anything.
No, no. Our theme.
Our theme is it's this and that.
Our general theme is 2 guys with ADD. So. It's gonna be it's gonna be what it is. Britney, if you just let me find a good she just has a different look in her.
What you saying?
I don't know, but
There's no sound.
The first main question that you guys have been asking me is what's my favorite business trip that I ever took. My favorite business trip was probably a trip to Italy. Donatella Versace, she flew me there. And
okay, Brittany. I was hanging out with Donatella Versace in her big ass voluptuous mansion. I don't know. Yeah, I feel terrible for her. I hope she has now finally been able to start the process that will get her
healing,
get her out of this conservatorship. Like, she just looks like somebody that's been medicated now. Mm-hmm. And this isn't going to be. I'm not saying
been
this.
Through some shit.
I'm not saying this in like a joking way or anything, but she kind of has like that bloated look that you get when you're over medicated. Like, some medications make you retain water. And her face looks a little bit more bloated.
I had a similar,
and just fuller than I'm used to seeing Britney Spears. And that's again just my own feeling. I have no proof of that or anything. It just from being on medications and knowing some of the side effects, it just looks like somebody that's on a lot of medications or the wrong medications, or you know. We can't play that music.
No.
Yeah, I hope she gets better. I hope she gets out of this.
She's still got the moves, though.
She's sure. I mean, she's still, like she said, she uses her Instagram to feel better and heal, and I guess that's what she's doing. I just hope that, like I said,
she's creating a space where she's creating a whole bunch of body positivity for herself.
Oh, she definitely, from the time that article was posted, she went up 0.1.
Or 0.7 million followers.
She was at 30.6 in the article. Now it's 30.7. So she's probably definitely gaining followers from this.
Wow.
New people who are interested in her goings on, and
good for her.
Yeah. So
I wish her nothing but the best, honestly.
Yeah, me too. So you want to talk about the gathering of the Juggalos, or what do you want to? We got the crazy lady. We got the guy who trash talks a cop.
Let's go to that guy. We've been talking about conservatorships and judges and things like that. Let's go find what did we kind of decide to call him?
Billy Big Balls.
Billy Big Balls.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this guy. I saw this video on Reddit earlier in the week, and it is every one of my favorite things encapsulated into one.
You know what? This is perfect because we were just talking about lashing out against authority.
Yes.
You know, who has unfair control over us.
This is very apropos.
And this is a guy who is telling what for to an authority figure that is quite possibly in the wrong.
To set the scene up a little bit, this undercover private detective is about to harass the fucking shit
out of an actual detective. And he, I mean, to say the man wins overall is to put it lightly.
Like, if there is a winner and a loser of this particular interaction, our boy Billy Big Balls is definitely the winner. So
right, without further ado,
yeah. Oh, I forgot you can't spacebar it. Oh shit.
Womp womp.
Yeah, this is a police.
Okay, hold on.
All right, here we go.
What's this about?
Is that a problem?
Yeah, this is a police law enforcement.
First off, is that a problem?
That's the way he answers the cop. The cop asked him something, and he asked the cop, "Is that a problem?"
Is that a problem? The man talked back from the beginning. There was no easing into this.
I was just like, what does he have on this guy?
Yep.
And we're going to find out.
It immediately becomes apparent that this guy...
Who are you?
I'm Detective Mike Jardine.
Oh, yeah? What are you working on?
So he immediately begins talking to this cop like a cop would talk to
a
civilian. And it's beautiful how quickly the cop falls into his trap.
What are you working on right now?
Several cases.
Okay.
What is this about?
Are you working on something right now?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
All right, what are you working on? What are you working on?
It doesn't matter what I'm working on. I'm asking you, what are you doing here taking pictures?
Where have you been today? Have you been here all day? Or have you been out and about a little bit?
And that right there is the look of, oh fuck, who does this guy work for? Where did he see me coming out? Where have I been today?
Is this guy from Internal Affairs?
How long has he been following me? Exactly. He's wondering to himself right now, if this guy is from his own police department's internal affairs.
What is this about? Who are you?
I'm asking the questions. Where have you been today? Have you been here?
I'm asking the question.
It's beautiful.
You're on this property. You're on this property, so you need to answer my questions.
Are you drunk?
Are you drunk? He came.
Are you drunk?
He came right at him with the "Are you drunk?"
Well, you saw him. He messed up his words there a little bit.
Learn your words today. So have you been here all day, or have you been out? Have you been to the bar today at all?
Who are you?
Have you been to the bar today?
His heart rate is
Investigator.
raising. He's getting real nervous. He thinks he might be in trouble.
Investigative journalist. I investigate corrupt officials. So I'm wondering, where have you been today? Have you been here all day, or have you been out at the bar at all?
Working on a fraud case. That's
Okay.
where I've been.
Okay. Have you been to the bar at all today?
Okay.
Okay. You got any drugs on you? Have you used any drugs today?
What a ridiculous question.
That's the only response to somebody who's high on cocaine.
Yeah.
What a ridiculous question. He has no other response. He has no other defense. That is not the response of an innocent man.
I know my constitutional
I
rights.
would never.
Have you been to the bar today?
What a ridiculous question. That is like trick number one for whenever you're trying to downplay something you did wrong, is you deflect. Oh, what a ridiculous question.
suggest
He
that it's
doesn't
absurd.
answer the question.
He suggests that it's absurd.
Yeah.
Ridiculous question. Do you know where he's been today?
I don't keep tabs on him.
Okay.
Out and about.
Do you know what time his shift started?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Does he usually drink on the job, or no? Not that anybody knows that for sure. Have you guys ever breathalyzed him while he's been on the job? Would you submit to a breathalyzer for me right now?
You're ridiculous. You know that? You got about 5 minutes to get out of here.
Sir, I mean, you could just submit to a breathalyzer and
prove me wrong.
And prove me wrong and get me right off your property. You're a ridiculous person.
Are you drunk?
I think this man realizes that he has been busted. He is letting this guy bad mouth him.
Right now.
Or what?
Or what? You're on
My property.
This is your property.
Shut the hell up. Get out of here now.
What'd you say?
There is the cherry on the top of the
Just shut the hell up.
He just told a fucking cop to shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
Nothing wrong with that.
Our producer confirmed that there is actually nothing wrong with that.
It's just not something you see every day.
That's not something you see every day.
Shut the hell up.
It's not something you see every day and then have the person not immediately face horrible consequences.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm. You don't see a cop being told to shut the hell up and standing down. You just don't see that. It's amazing to me.
I said shut up and get out of
Oh,
here.
you get out of here now.
Hey, you better get your boy.
You better get your boy.
In your office and do your job.
You shut up and get
You
out.
get
You shut up. You shut up.
Yeah, it just evolves into like a shouting match.
I wonder if the.
I love how he talks to the officer over there. He's like, hey, you better get your boy.
You better get your boy.
He's gonna mess up.
I wonder if this made like the local news wherever they are. It looks like
had
Arizona,
to
maybe
have
that
had.
license plate maybe looks like an Arizona license plate.
I don't know. It looks
But yeah, I mean,
definitely somewhere southwest. I mean, there's no grass.
can you imagine seeing your local sheriff or whoever the fuck show up on the news? Hey, you shut up! No, no, you shut up! Hey, you shut up and get out of it! Like, it's just like being such
Shut the
a.
hell up.
Why are you
Back in
slurring
your
your
office
words
and do
today?
your job.
No.
You quit drinking on the job. You understand me?
Whatever.
You punk ass.
Whatever.
You punk ass.
Get your ass back.
You punk ass.
I found my new favorite sound drop.
You punk ass.
Again.
Yeah, that's the best part. He says, you better not turn around.
You are now under investigation.
To be clear, it has not been proven that Detective Mike Jardine is or was drinking on the job.
So,
Dude, you fucking.
the only way
You are under investigation.
Yeah, the way we're breaking down this video here, the only way.
You're now under investigation.
Yeah, the only way I can think that this guy would have the gall or the audacity to go and accuse him like that as if he literally just followed him from the bar. I was going to say,
I don't think this is the first day that the guy recording this video has been following this detective.
He sounds like he's got the receipts.
This guy's got a fucking dossier that Vladimir.
You better get your boy.
Yeah.
you better get your boy.
Somebody better get your boy because he's about to face a whole lot of public backlash. I feel like that guy built a Vladimir Putin style dossier on this cop.
Vladimir Putin
that he's about to release WikiLeaks style.
Watching him.
Yeah.
I'll be watching you.
I'll be watching you.
You are under
I'm watching you.
You are under investigation.
You are now under investigation.
That's one of my new favorite sound drops.
Oh my god.
Anything
but
weird.
Just shut the hell up.
Just the sheer brass ball. No, they're not even brass. These are titanium balls.
It's absolutely wild to see a man speak to.
I'm asking the questions. Have you been out? Have you been to the bar today at all?
Have you been out? Have you been to the bar today at all? That I just love the look on the cop's face right here because he's like, oh wait a second, I was at the bar this morning. Oh shit. I just imagine the guy recording this having gone into the bar right behind this cop, getting slipping a $20 bill to the bartender, getting a copy of this man's receipt, seeing that he had 4 Miller Lights and a shot of Jack or something like that on his lunch break.
No, this is Southwest. He's probably a Coors Light guy.
Yeah, maybe a Coors Light.
He wants to taste the Rockies.
Nah, this guy he's classier than that. Even he's a High Life.
Miller High Life.
He's a Miller High Life kind of guy. The champagne of beers. This guy go home, cracks open a cold Miller High Life,
and
then
beats his wife.
and cracks his wife. a lot of cracking in his house.
Oh, womp womp.
Oh man, he looks like.
Have you been to the bar today?
He looks like a drunk cop, doesn't he? Doesn't he look like a drunk cop?
It looks a little puffy.
Not even that. Like he just I just mean his overall demeanor, his look, the buzzed haircut.
You can hear him fumble over his words several times during their interaction too.
Like, what is it about police departments that they all have that fucking high and tight buzzed haircut? Is that a requirement or is that just like you can't have messy hair, right?
Correct.
Okay, our producers confirmed that you cannot have messy hair as a cop.
But you God, there are more styles than that.
You know, it's so funny because I see working at a hotel, you know, I see all sorts of folks, and you'll see like these old school military guys come in. They still have like the high and tight, you know, like where
flat top almost.
Completely flat top, like where somebody had to get like a level.
Yeah, I have seen guys like that.
Laser precision across the top of your head.
There's still, pre-COVID, there was a little group of old war veterans. I'm not off the top of my head sure which war, but they would hang out in the back room of excuses and play chess for a few hours with each other. I guess they're just like old war buddies. But I don't even remember why. Oh yeah, they were in their upper years and they were still having that same hairstyle. Like it was like a point of pride or something.
I talked to a guy about it because at the time I had a guy come in. I still had my long hippie hair, like 20 inches of ponytail, and this guy came in and like we were joking around about it because he was like starting to he was going to start to bald or something like that, and I said like, so you got that haircut when they gave it to you in the military, and you just and I never wanted to think about it again.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
It's like, and this is my haircut now forever. I'm like, I guess, hey, one less thing to think about.
Until pretty recently, I wore pretty much the same shit every day. I had a million plain black t-shirts, a few different pairs of black pants.
I think you wore those overalls last episode.
I did. I have been trying to wear these and wash them enough that they kind of like break in a little bit, so they were a little stiff whenever
comfy,
I'm just trying to get them worn in. At this
you can
point.
pull them off. I'm gonna say I don't think not everybody can pull off overalls.
You know, I just saw an Instagram advertisement for these, and it's like the first time in my life that I've ever actually followed the ad and then actually purchased something. But like all the models in the ad pictures, they look like these overalls are meant to be like stylish more than functional. You know, I'm not like going out to plow fields or anything like that.
You're not gonna have to feed the cows or anything.
But it's like, you know, ordering things off the internet, especially clothes, is always hit or miss. Is it going to fit?
Oh, it's a big risk.
Is it going to fit? Is it,
one designer's medium or large could be another designer's extra large or small.
Exactly. And then it's like, well, how doctored up are the models in the photo? Like, do they have pins behind them tightening the clothes up in areas?
Instagram? You ever seen Instagram
versus reality?
Yeah. You show the picture that they posted and what the picture
honestly,
of the person actually looks like.
Behind the scenes on enough film sets and stuff like that I've seen the magic that they do. You like documentaries where somebody's sitting in one chair and they just backlit. They got pins and shit behind them pulling their clothes, and it's all smoke and mirrors behind the scenes there. But it's
That's how you sell merchandise.
It's exactly how you sell merchandise. How did
wait. It's
how did we get off on this topic?
I don't even know
Dude,
anymore.
I literally have such bad ADD today. I haven't eaten anything today. I think my brain's running on fumes.
I also haven't eaten anything. I think I've just had this water. I think that's when my brain was going a little slow. So I was slacking on our sound drops.
Overalls. So basically, what I was getting to, if anyone,
two guys with ADD, start a podcast.
If anybody gives a fuck about what we're talking about at this point,
if you're still with us,
I feel like every week at this point we kind of say like, if you're still with us, thank you, because I watched the metrics.
Like and subscribe.
I watched the metrics. There's at least 100 consistent people right now. It went up from 70 from a few episodes ago. There's been, the last 2 episodes
that watched to the bitter end.
Yes, we've had at least 100 people watch till the very end of the episode. Whoever you guys are, I think you're coming back week after week, I hope, to watch them, because every week it seems like the retention rate
for those, it's getting better each week.
Every week.
That's what I said. It's like a snowball effect. I mean, that's how every show starts. We just got to start. We're changing things. We're getting better. For those of you still watching, give us a favor. If you're having fun, hit that like button. The YouTube algorithm really likes that.
It really does.
And that's going to get us in the front of a lot more people, and we can bring you more quality content.
And if you're stumbling across this video and for some reason you randomly cut to this point of it, subscribe. But it's it's one of those things. I was just hoping that
subscribe.
Well, I think going into a new studio, I think we'll be able to start really with formatting the show a little bit better.
We're gonna have some more structure. We'll have an actual spot for our new producer.
We're just gonna be together all the time at that point, so it's not going to be constantly trying to text things accurately to what we're texting. Is always harder to describe things for me, like accularly. I can say a lot more words effectively than I can type them.
Absolutely.
I'm than I want to type even.
It's like the way I downgraded to a clamshell. If something's worth saying, it's worth eye contact.
Yeah. So basically. So I think
when we're just in the same space,
us, if you're a fan of the show, if you've been watching, we like to talk about current event news stories if they're popping. We're a big fan of juggalos around here. Just random things, man. This show isn't. You shouldn't come to us for any of your actual, news. Hard-hitting news stories. We're not talking about politics. We're not talking about anything like that. Like I've said before on the show, my vision for the show is always if you're sitting at home, you're alone, you're eating dinner by yourself, pop us on, listen to us bullshit for an hour and a half. You never know what we're going to talk about. You never know what we're going to watch now. That's always been kind of my vision. I just want to be spending time with people who might be a little lonely. Because that's how I became to my own love of YouTube is spending a lot of time by myself and kind of vicariously. Okay, dude, you're gonna get us.
It takes a long time to get one of those. You told about it before. You told me to sing something the other week, and then you said and I said I stopped.
Sometimes it's worth the risk. Sometimes it's really worth the risk. That is not worth the risk to me. Sorry.
Stop going for low-hanging musical fruit.
I was gonna say sometimes I'm willing to risk the copyright claim if it serves the purpose, but we get it. The Lonely Song.
Okay.
I'm a fan of it too.
Like an absolute boss.
I thought that was alrighty then.
Have you been to the bar today at all?
I tried to do my own sound drop there.
That's great. Have you been to the bar today?
Man. he just badmouths this guy. So anyway, yeah, if you're out there and you're getting stopped by the cops, maybe just trash talk them a little bit. Throw them off their guard. That is a shitty life pro tip.
Our producers in the back going like, no, don't do that.
just talk real bad to them.
See how that works out for you.
Respond to all of their questions with the same question.
With their own question, yeah. Do the what's it called from Super Troopers, where they just ask back everything. The repeater.
I think we're learning a life hack here. Get out of any speeding ticket, out of any interaction with the cops, by just turning their questions back on them.
What are you implying?
I'm implying that they were never trained for this situation.
Well, I guess.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Hank. Do we have time to get into the crazy lady?
We got like 10 minutes.
Okay, we can get through this.
We can get into it, yeah.
So yeah, last week on the podcast, we showed a video of this lady berating a guy and then everyone else in Wal Mart.
Lady Repentance.
Lady Repentance, man. Well, I did some digging and I found out that this woman is online. There are plenty of videos online of this woman harassing people.
Get the fuck out of here!
Thank you, yeah. For a little reminder... That's Lady Repentance.
You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch! I'm trying to help you! You son of a bitch!
You motherfucker!
You motherfucker!
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker!
So yeah, I found another video of her. This time she's harassing a Middle Eastern man in the middle of a Walmart. So without any further description.
Idea. Look at her just following this guy.
But she's harassing him.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and sadly, she's not talking to the person videoing. So she's just walking around. She's talking about. She's bringing up the 72
something
virgins.
about 72 virgins or something.
And could you imagine if a woman died and got 72 male virgins or something like that? Her whole thing is flawed from the get-go.
And this poor guy is literally just trying to like do his job or get some groceries.
At first, I thought he was an employee, but now that I'm actually looking at this video again, it looks like he might just be there trying to shop. He's just another customer looking to just do something.
But this guy, he's had a shitty day. He got up, he spilled his coffee on his shirt,
Well, I don't know. This dude looks like a fucking knockout. He doesn't look like he's had many shitty days in his life. This guy looks like fucking Uncle Jesse circa 1983. I bet he gets like 40 bags of groceries and still manages to carry them all home on his gigantic hog. He just rides his own dick home. He just goes outside and just jump starts his own dick and wheels pop out of it and he just revs it up and just rides his own cock around. Look at this dude. This dude's wearing a fucking leather jacket. It's fucking look at that.
100% totally agree.
His jawline is chiseled from the side.
He's like that joke guy who looks like he was like chiseled, like he's the ultimate Giga Chad.
Yeah, that's exactly what this dude is.
He's Giga Chad.
God used him as a model for man. Is the inspiration for mankind.
I love the quick turn.
I was gonna say,
see if I can avoid this lady.
Yeah, he's definitely just there trying to shop.
Mm-hmm. Good on him for just like not even trying to.
You know what?
Interact.
Sadly, in this country, he's probably used to this. Maybe not this level, like quite escalated this high, where somebody's like following him around. But he's probably.
I can guarantee not the first time that he's been harassed for his religion, the color of his skin, any of that stuff.
Probably not. If I'm venturing to guess, because I know how fucking stupid America is when it comes to that shit. I wish that could be a more clear sound drop.
Oh, we can match that one with the 37. My
girlfriend's like 37 dicks.
Or Scott Yancey man-whoring around. Just out man-whoring around.
I don't know, man-whoring around.
Scott has been
man-whoring around, I guess.
Scott, do you get much sleep when you're man-whoring around?
Fish and spoof and scammy.
Oh, no, I don't know.
They are so good.
He's somewhere else.
Oh, see, he couldn't resist engaging and tell her he's wrong.
But see, the way he's still doing it with the high ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's still on the high ground. He is engaging her, which is probably a bad idea.
I just love that he finally could have, and he gave the finger waggle. He's like, no.
He's probably just doing his breaking point where he realizes that if he doesn't engage her, he will not be able to complete his errand of shopping.
And it's going to get worse and worse
She will
and worse.
continue to follow him around the entire store, no matter what aisle, section. It doesn't matter where he's at. She's going to harass him.
You can be careful. He's going to call her an accuser.
Fucking accuser.
For a second, I was like, wait a second, she says it.
You fucking accuser.
I was like, that was the craziest. I didn't realize you hit the sound drop. I was like, that was the weirdest timing.
Does the Quran say you're gonna get 72 fucking virgins if you marry yourself? Is that true?
She's asking this guy, is that true?
He also kind of did that move that the cop did where he was like, that's the most ridiculous question. It didn't really... I know that he's just literally to a point where he's not engaging her because of...
Obviously, she's a crazy person.
Yeah, he's talking to a wall there. There's nothing getting through that.
Her hemispheres are no longer communicating with each other. There's no logical discourse happening.
For anybody to just pick the video up at that moment, it looks like he refused to answer the question because... what did I just do?
It's just funny because she's coming through and asking us it's like here's a Muslim man. Do you know if this is true?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
I bet that's probably how she started it. She was like, I have a couple questions for you. Yeah. And then
do you know who I am?
And then immediately, what about 72 virgins? Did she get 72 dicks in her mouth?
Do you know who I am?
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. You're in Wal Mart. You're making a scene in a Wal Mart in the frozen food aisle.
They died suddenly.
This is no time for your bullshit, ma'am. I'm just trying to grocery shop, and you're in here making a very big scene.
Oh my God, can you imagine Teresa Caputo meeting Lady Repentance? That would be the ultimate showdown.
Teresa would kill her. I think straight up, I think that would bring...
They died suddenly.
That would bring every bit of Teresa's evil out, and I think Teresa would consume her.
All of the dead people that Teresa talks to would she'd re-summon them out of the ground.
Teresa has one of those...
the opposite of ghosts. They come back up and
No. Here, this is what it is. Teresa has one of those machines like the Ghostbusters, that they set on the floor that they open up and it sucks in.
Yeah.
She has one of those internally that she is able to her chest opens up and her fucking beating lizard heart just flowing green ooze out everywhere. But then that thing opens up and she's able to consume all these. So Teresa would want this lady's soul because this is just the type of ugly evil that Teresa likes to
overachieve her ultimate form.
Yeah. I think we figured it out. I think we came to the
Oh my God.
See, yeah, she's just gonna follow him around the whole store.
He's literally just trying to he was just trying to go about his own business. And look at her going. Get the fuck out of here.
That's how all of her videos end, pretty much, is other people.
Other people finally coming in, the rest of humanity coming in, being somebody stop this.
Yeah, somebody, yeah.
Motherfucker!
Come this way. She's not gonna follow us. Fucking dare you fucking touch me one fucking more.
She's a little psychotic. She just blacked out for a second there. Yes, ma'am.
I love that the lady videoing here, she couldn't even hold it together.
One more fucking time.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm telling you, all those motherfucking accusers out there. Yeah, Hulk Hogan doesn't know. He's an accuser of the fucking brethren.
We got Greg the Hammer Valentine back this week.
You don't know what I'm gonna do to you, brother. I'm gonna bring the full force of the Lord down on your head. You don't know what the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit can do.
You gotta ask Jesus Christ.
Me and my tag team partners, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, are coming into.
I just love her as a professional wrestler now. I just love her as a professional wrestler now.
I want to see her. Yeah. Here, we only got a minute left. I want to hear the lady responding to her who's trying to record. She finally starts cracking up.
You need a police report filed against you because you were just harassing that man because of his religion.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Shut the fuck
No.
up, you fucking fat fucking pig.
Shut the fuck up, you fat motherfucking pig.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The best part is that after that, the lady says, like, you got room to talk, lady.
That's brilliant.
Oh my god.
We're like, you got room.
Like, you got room to talk.
Shut the fuck
No.
up, you fucking fat fucking pig.
We're like, you got room to talk.
I can't tell you how happy I am that this is how we're closing out this episode.
Oh my god.
You fucking pushed me. You got
Nope, no.
Oh, she's gonna try and turn it around.
Mm-hmm.
She's the victim now.
Yep, exactly.
Fuck you, lady. Let her make it
So try to make the Fox police report. So try to make
Okay, we're gonna cut it there. I don't think YouTube likes that word too much.
So this has been This and That.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for watching episode 18, folks.
Thanks for hanging out with us for another hour and a half of your week. We hope that you've enjoyed your time with us.
We've enjoyed our time with us.
Free Britney. Subscribe to the podcast. Go write your local congressman. Tell them to free Britney.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them that you want your roads paved, your school taxes lowered, and you want free Britney.
And free Britney, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. And as always, subscribe. Come back next week. We're going to do the Berserker 2 and 3 review. It looks like there's probably more Lady Repentance we can get into if we want to beat a dead horse.
Probably, but we'll definitely get into the new Berserker review next week.
Yeah.
I'm Matthew Yarbrough.
I'm Matthew Bright.
Thanks for liking and subscribing, folks. We'll catch you next week.
Not even supposed to be here today.